Greetings, 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 greetings. Osio, Mabriqua, Halito, Shalom, peace, love, Sakpase, Sakafet, Watagoan, what the deal is. All right, I'm gonna give you guys some time to tune into this live build. We got a few things, I want to talk about today, but I'm not gonna go too long. I got a couple of key points that I want to make. First off, just want to give thanks to the Great Spirit, Mother God, for another beautiful continuation, what people may call a day. I just call it a continuation of life. You know what I mean? I'm thankful for that breath of air, that's always within my lungs and my body, just allowing me to, wake up at sunrise, to face another one. All right, so I'm thankful for that. Give thanks to my spiritual parents, all my ancestors, everyone who came before me. I am them and they are me. So I just want to give thanks to all my physical brethren, you know what I mean? Because we got a lot of work to do, man, so we about to talk about a few things. And for me, putting a lot of information out there, when people kind of like bring things to my attention, I always like to make sure, even if I do put a video out and there's a different perspective, I want to bring that out. All right, so Ashita, what it is, S. Boston, Anthony Lowe, John Ryan, Terry Brown, man, much love. You feel me? I know my brother Rajas sent me a voicemail of a brother talking about the situation in the Bahamas right now, and the news media is not telling the truth, or it's not giving a true depiction of what's going on. All right, they're talking about it's literally about over 20 deaths, but that's not true. You see, when you're not on the ground, we can't tell the truth, and that's why we need to have our own, because nobody's ever telling our story. It is always his story that we have to rely on, and we are not getting the full magnitude of the things that's affecting our people. All right, so right now in Bahamas, literally, okay, the storm is over 2,000 deaths, but nobody's talking about it. Nobody's giving that true information. So people on the ground are talking, so we have to be our own news networks and spread those things. And what's happening, another thing that's happening is that apart from the 2,000 deaths, people are not able to feed their families, right? So they're looting, and then these store owners, the majority of them are Caucasians, right? Now they have guns, and they were told to shoot on sight or to protect their businesses while people can't eat, And for me, I never want to turn this into a black and white thing, but a lot of y'all Caucasians, man, y'all got to start acting different and doing the right thing. If you don't want people to generalize and put all Caucasians in a box, the same way, we don't like all of you putting us in a box, because all of us ain't black and all of us ain't African American. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you guys have to start showing the world that you are genuine. You are capable of being righteous. You feel me? Because we are just going to start putting you guys in a box and think all Caucasians are the same, which I know is not true. So I don't want to allow my emotions to take me places that I know is not the truth. I know there are some good-hearted Caucasians out there. So why aren't the good ones talking? And I know why. Because a Caucasian, I did a video on YouTube and she spoke about it. It's like when they stand up and tell the truth, they come after them. So a lot of these people, if they're willing to go after their own, all right, to hurt them, to make their lives miserable, if they stand up, just imagine what they're going to do to us. But at the same time, don't think this is just a supposed black and white thing. I never want you to think that. Because the people that's at the top, the so-called powers there be, real talk, they're not just, pale people. They're not just Caucasians, all right? They are of a multitude of races. And you will be surprised. The majority of them look like us. It's a system that was put in place. Remember, the big prize, the big booty was the American continent. That was the big prize. That was the payoff. And pretty much almost every ethnic group around the world wanted our land. So they had to capture our people. So it doesn't matter who tell you, well, this flag was here and this was here. No, it is all conquerors. They're all conquerors. And they wanted to conquer the land of the American Aboriginals. You feel me? So keep that in mind. So a message to all you Caucasians out there, man. You guys came into our land. You were destitute. You were hungry. You didn't even know how to bathe yourselves. All right? Your ships came. You were wrecked. We opened up our arms and we invited you guys in. We saved y'all. And everything that you have is on the backs of our people. And y'all continue to live that American dream on the backs of our people. But at the same time, you're preventing us from achieving that same dream that we afforded y'all in our land. And at some point, we're not gonna keep allowing our people to get abused. It's only so much that a bully, somebody who's being bullied will take. At some point, the person who's getting bullied is gonna stand up and fight. They're gonna punch back the person who's been beating them all their lives. We don't want to turn this into a race thing because we know that's what the powers there be. We know that's what they want. They want a race war. When the truth of the matter is, y'all came here as slaves. You call it indentured servants. No, you came here as slaves just like the Africans. The only free people on this land was the Aboriginals who was here. And we didn't come here on no damn slave ships. We were always here. From the moment the Most High, Mother God, put her children on earth, American Aborigines have been on this part of this world. So the gig is up. We know we ain't from Africa. All right? And even with that being said, a lot of these so-called Africans y'all claim who came here, they were not Africans. All right? They were all the dark-skinned people that came from different parts of the world. Britain, Portugal, Spain. All right? When the Moors lost their reign, a lot of them became prisoners of war. And a lot of them came here as indentured servants. So everybody wasn't African. So y'all got to put that in perspective. But the truth have to be told, there was an indigenous population. People y'all met here. And they are not from anywhere else in the world but here. That's it. So the point I'm trying to make is, we don't want to say all birds flock together the same way y'all say all birds flock together. All of us ain't thugs. All of us are not in gangs. And what you call gangs is literally clans anyway. Because we always had clans. We are a clan people. But y'all want to call it gangs. No. It is just us coming together, uniting and showing loyalty to each other. We have always done that. So what the Bloods and Crips are doing is nothing new. It's just that they are misguided. They don't know they're Aboriginals. They don't know they're indigenous. By nature, we are natural warriors. That's why the system got to spend so much time trying to feminize our men. Destroy our families. Take the men out of the homes. We know what y'all doing, and we're not going to stand for it anymore. You feel me? So at the end of the day, all what's going on right now, we just have to know that this is being done deliberately. Don't let people think, oh, it's all conspiracy theory. No, it's not. It's for real. There's an agenda to destroy us. And if y'all think it's a joke, just wait and see. Let me see if I can find something on my phone. What am I looking for? Give me a second. I know what I'm looking for. Okay, let me see if I can find it. Okay, now check this out. And I want y'all to go check it out yourself. Look at all the hurricanes. Katrina, 8/29/05. All right? You go ahead and, like I said, you got to open up your eyes to see. If y'all don't think there's an agenda for the genocide of the American Aboriginals, of course, there's other situations going on around the world with other indigenous people. I'm not saying no. All right? I'm not saying we're the only ones. But right now, I got to be focused on where we are at. You got to take care of home first. All right. So that's what I'm talking about. So I don't want anybody to think that our situation is different from any other so-called aboriginals around the world. I'm not saying that. But at the same time, we have to save self first. So we got to be focused on our home. So check this out. You go do the research. You ain't got to believe me. Go do the research yourself. Maybe I have the information incorrectly. If I do, then y'all can say, Chief, you know what? That was incorrect. And I'll stand to be corrected and I'll make an update. I always tell people I don't know everything. I'm willing to learn. But what I do know, I'm going to share. All right? All the hurricanes. Katrina, 8/29/2005. Hurricane Gustav, 8/29/2008. Hurricane Isaac, 8/29/2012. Hurricane Harvey, 8/29/2017. Hurricane Dorian, 8/29/2019. Y'all tell me what is strange about all this. Tell me what's going on. For those of you who just caught what I just said, I'm going to say it again. Let me see if y'all really paying attention to what's going on and what's happening to us. All right? Let me read this again. Katrina, 8/29/05. Gustav, 8/29/08. Isaac, 8/29/12. Harvey, 8/29/17. Dorian, 8/29/19. I want to see if anybody could catch that. Y'all tell me what is, go ahead and tell me. Anybody could tell me. On all the hurricanes I just mentioned, tell me what stands out. Don't worry about the year, but tell me what else stand out. Let me see if I could show you guys so you can see it yourself. Give me a second here. Because if we don't realize what's going on, man, like I said, you know, what we get is literally, you know, we deserve it. I mean, you know, some people are going to be mad at me for saying that, but I'm just going to keep it real. Because I cannot be on here playing games. Like, seriously, I got better things to do with my time. Seriously, I do. Okay? I got better things to do with my time. Now, look at this. Go ahead and look at this. Okay? Y'all tell me, what is so strange about all these hurricane dates? Anybody tell me. Look at them. Because I don't want y'all to think I'm making it up. Look at the dates. What do they have in common? Okay? Let me see if anybody caught that. All right? Yes, they're all the same month, but not just the same month. Once again, look again. Pay attention, brothers and sisters. Pay attention. Yes, that's true, the same month. But what else do you see? Tell me what else do you see? Okay? The 29th, the same day. Now, are you going to tell me Mother Nature designed it so much? Okay? And I'm not saying Mother Nature cannot do that. But Mother Nature chose 1 month and the same day of these years to destroy indigenous people? Are you going to tell me that? That's what y'all trying to make me believe? And when I tell people there's a difference between ignorance and stupidity. Okay? So by no means, you decide what category you want to be in. It's either you're going to be ignorant and willing to learn, or you're going to be stupid and willing to die. Because it's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence that the same month, okay, but every single, the same day, all these hurricanes that's destroying the Americas? Nah, man, nah. Come on, and y'all think man cannot create hurricanes? Man, listen. Y'all think man cannot create hurricanes? You see, that is the gods that y'all serve. They're gods. And y'all give their gods power, and that's why they are doing what they are doing to us. Okay? That is the problem. That is the problem. Our brothers and sisters are dying in the Bahamas. And trust me, how is that all these store owners, okay, their stores are still standing, and the government is giving them authority to use guns. so that people cannot come loot or eat. At least provide food for the people that's been supporting you, right? And in the airport, where it's a safe haven, they're preventing our people from going to the airport for rescue. But is the news showing that? No, the news is not showing that. All right? The news is not showing that. And what they want to do is they want to blame it on the Haitians. Oh, is the Haitians coming to the Bahamas? No. The Haitians are our brothers and sisters. If y'all don't know about the history about Haiti, go look it up. Haitians, I keep telling y'all that before. Haitians were the first ones, even when the United States, right here in the United States, all right, when the French, the British, all these different people was fighting indigenous people. Guess who opened up their doors to all their brothers across the world? The Haitians. They say, what? Y'all looking for a place of rescue? We know how to win these demons. We fought them, we beat them. We used what we had to use. So y'all could come to Haiti. We're going to give you guys citizenship. And Haiti opened up its doors to our brothers and sisters right here in the mainland, all across South America, even Africa as well. Okay? Because they know the Haitian people, indigenous people, the original Arawaks, Tainos. They know that we are very resilient, spiritual people. We were using voodoo to win wars. But of course, they have to come give you their Bible and tell you, oh, it's pagan. It's pagan. You're not supposed to be dealing with blood. But yet still they give you a Jesus and tell you, well, eat his body and drink his blood. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'm just bugging. Maybe some people might say, hey, you know what, Chief? You're too emotional. Maybe I'm just overthinking things. But I'm not blind. I'm not blind. I could see. And people just living their lives like they don't care, so nonchalant. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, okay, well, they're killing all brothers and sisters in the Bahamas. All right, so be it. They're killing all brothers and sisters in Haiti. Oh, so be it. Don't you think after they take them out, what you think, they're going to leave you alone? Aren't you looking to see what's happening in Detroit, Chicago, all over the place? We are going through the same thing. But you see, the majority of y'all don't want to get involved and stand up and fight back because it's not happening to you. It's not directly. You're not feeling the direct effect because you know what? You could get up. You could go to work. Okay? You could get up and go to their churches and pray to their demonic gods. You could do that. And have these pastors fool you and take your 10% every single day or every single weekend, whatever you want to call it. You could do all that. You could go turn up. You could smoke. You could drink. But let it happen to you. All of a sudden, oh, well, they hate us. Oh, I need support. Oh, help me march. Oh, help me protest. Why aren't we standing up and supporting our brothers and sisters who are going through these things across the Americas? Oh, it's none of our business. But when it's happening to you, you want everybody else to get involved. Come on, man. We got to do better than that as a people, man. Once again, you know, everybody, every other ethnic group will come together and get things done for their people. That's why nobody could tell me anything about my ancestors. Whenever I post anything about my ancestors, I'm going to stand up and defend them. And I'm not going to allow anybody to disrespect them. Because guess what? They were warriors. All right? All you fake ass Indians warring around talking about y'all Indians, but y'all weak. Our ancestors were not weak. Okay? They were warriors. At least they knew they were physically challenged. They knew that. So they had to fight. But here's the problem with mental slavery. You don't even know who your enemy is. That's the problem. Sometimes you are your biggest enemy and you don't even know because you're mentally enslaved. Because you don't know where the change is not on your hands. So because you could get up, like I said, you're just in a big prison. You're in a big jail. You could go to work. You could eat. You could party. You could turn up and you think you're free. But our ancestors knew what they were dealing with. And this is what I got to ask everybody. Our ancestors didn't have social media. They didn't have cell phones. So how was they able to come together and do these things? But yet still we have all that. And we use the social media to promote a bunch of garbage. Why are we doing that? And y'all want to come disrespect ancestors? Man, let me tell you something, man. I'm talking to my ancestors to burn all of you, just burn y'all out. So we know who is real and just keep the real ones here. And we're going to stand up and fight. Period. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just, and you have a bunch of dudes out here, man. You know what I mean? People out here doing real things and y'all want to be, you know, slandering people's names and spreading rumors. Let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all can talk all that stuff on the internet, but y'all cannot come in my face and say none of that. I'm telling you. Because all y'all is just a bunch of internet, you know, bullies. That's all it is. That's all it is. I dare y'all to come to the East Coast and say that. Y'all will not do that. And I promise you, if I got your address, I'll show up at your doorstep and ask you what's up. Because I'm just tired, man. And I don't advocate violence. I don't promote violence, no. But I promote defending myself. Okay? One of the #1 rules in nature is self-preservation. Self-preservation. Every species in nature defend themselves, except for our people, whether they are in the Americas or they're on the African continent. Okay? That's the mentality of a sheep. You would have 1,000 sheeps. Well, not sheeps is not plural. Sheep, right? Without the S, because singular and plural is the same sheep, right? You would have 1,000 sheep in a pasture, and you would have some wolves, and the wolf would come and bite one neck, and that sheep would be screaming for its life, and the others would stand by and watch the wolf go through every sheep and bite on its neck and take out the entire pasture. That's the mentality of the majority of y'all, all right? But y'all know how to fight each other. Y'all know how to compete against each other. The crab in the barrel mentality. You hate to see a brother come up. You hate to see a sister come up. And for those of you who already have, you hate to pull your brother and sister up. But every day y'all want to show what y'all got. Man, listen, man, I'm just so sick and tired of some people, man. I'm telling you, you know, it's not even funny. It's not even funny. Because we're all going through the same thing. We all going through it. My thing is, you have to know who you're dealing with. Okay? You have to know the mentality of the people that at least our ancestors knew. Our ancestors knew that this was their home. Okay? They knew they were aboriginals. They knew that they were the people that were called American Indians. So now they had a reason to fight. But a lot of these Negroes running around here, they don't know they're the ones that they are the original American Indians. They don't know that. So they don't have a reason to fight. They don't see a reason to fight. Okay? But our ancestors knew that this is the soil that their ancestors came from. Their ancestors came from. And they said, listen, you know what? You're going to have to kill us. We ain't moving. You feel me? So how is that? They didn't have no internet, no social media, no telephones, but yet still they had more power than us. I'll wait for somebody to answer that for me. And like I told y'all before, if y'all think y'all came here on slave ships, a lot of you are fools. Yes, I said that. Because if you're not going to use your mind and think. How is that? A slave master had to buy back the land from slaves. I'll wait. I'm going to give you a typical example. New York. Okay? Old dirty bastard. His family was one of the families who owned Manhattan, who owned Staten Island. Why do you think they took him out? But y'all always think everything is a conspiracy theory. So if his family was slaves, how is that they owned all of Manhattan? Pretty much all of New York. How was that? Why did they have to buy Manhattan for $24 from people who look just like us? Why? Hold up. They came from Africa, but yet still we have to buy the land from them in America? I mean, am I the only one who think logically? People. I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing? And then the funny thing is, every other ethnic group, they teach their children self-defense, whether it may be martial arts, okay? So, jungle survival, shooting guns, they do that. But you know what old people want to teach our children? How to be on phones all day, how to play games all day, how to watch movies all day. Okay? They got their little boys in beauty salons. They got their little boys wearing dresses. They got their little boys wearing panties. Okay? That's what the system wanted for us when they took the fathers away from the home. Okay? Oh, y'all don't want to be self-sufficient? All right, cool. I'm going to give you welfare, but here's the deal. The man cannot be in the home. He got to go. He got to go. Okay? Like I told y'all before, man, if y'all don't want the truth, man, y'all better just delete me as a friend and don't look at my videos, because I tell it like it is. I tell it like it is. So if y'all want to take it personal, that's on y'all, man. It's cool, but I'm going to speak my mind. And not just my mind, I'm going to speak the truth. Okay? That's what I'm going to do. Because come on, man, enough is enough. Like, seriously. You know, brothers always want to be gangsters. You know what I'm saying? They always want to be gangsters amongst themselves. Oh, every other rap song you hear, oh, I want to kill a nigga. Oh, I want to murder a nigga. Oh, I want to take a nigga out. Oh, I'm going to put one in your dome and let your nose bone go through your ears bone and all type of stuff. They want to kill every other nigga except the nigga in them. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. And you know what's causing it? This fiat currency, man. This fiat currency, you know, since yesterday, I still have the same $20 in my hand. This fiat currency, that's it. We out here murdering and killing each other, pillaging each other, destroying each other for something that's not even real. It's an illusion. Chasing it. Chasing a piece of paper when other ethnic group is taught to let the paper chase them. We were taught to chase the paper. You see the difference? That's the difference. Okay? That's the difference. Other people teach their children to let money work for them. We teach our children to go work for money. So we are always creating slaves. And do you think their schools is going to teach y'all children any difference? Do you think that? I always use this analogy. Do you think, right? I mean, let's just think about this, right? Why do you think a rabbit wouldn't take its youngins to get taught by a lion? I'm going to ask you that again. Why do you think a rabbit will not take its youngins to go get taught by a lion? Because the lion is going to eat it up. Okay? A lion is not going to eat it up. And even if a rabbit was that stupid to let its youngins go be taught by a lion, the lion would not teach the young rabbits how to defeat it. So why do you think your enemies will teach your children how to defeat them? No, they're going to teach them how to be self-destructive because you're making their jobs easier for them. But where's the responsibility? Oh, my son is going to college. Oh, what? Man, listen, college. Oh, well, my son is going to university. He's going to get his BAs. Can he build a house? Can he plant some food? Can he make his own clothes? Well, like I said, man, I don't know. I don't know. Another thing I want to talk about is that whole situation with that brother, Tyrone. I know a lot of people may have seen the videos. I posted the video on my YouTube, and a sister left a comment that made me go, because you see, a lot of times I tell people, let's not get too emotional about things. But we all, man and woman, made in the likeness and image of the Most High. So we have emotions. And I'll never tell you, do not display your emotions. You feel me? But even me, without, assessing the situation in its full context, to look at things from a different perspective, I kind of missed that one. And the sister made a comment. And for me, I don't let my ego get in the way. I was like, the sister made a point. You know what I mean? Mama Lioness on the video that I posted about Tyrone and he going up into the nail salon and breaking bashing the window of the nail salon where the Chinese have their nail salon. For those of you who haven't seen it, basically, because it's all over now, it's making news, right? But here's the thing. He went up in there because sisters going to these beauty salons, getting their nails done, and they're getting disrespected, right? All right, granted, we as men, we should not allow anybody to disrespect our women. All right? But first, our women got to stop disrespecting themselves. All right? Respect is not given, it's earned. That's number one. Number two, if you know that a beauty salon or a nail salon, they are known for disrespecting so-called, and I'm saying so-called black women because we are not black. If they're known for disrespecting so-called black women, why are you still patronizing these businesses? Why don't you open up your own? And then even with that, okay, another sister gave me another perspective. She said, well, Chief, it's not that they didn't open up their, we don't want to open up our own in Chicago. We did, we have. All right? But then they are shutting us down. So I get that. I get it. So my thing is, we are a resilient people. There is always a way out. Why do our sisters feel they have to get their nails done? All you have to do is wash your hands, okay? Clean your nails, get a nail clipper, get a file your nails, and then put some clear nail polish. That's it. That's it. Why do you need all these long nails with diamonds on it? I mean, that, first of all, how are you going to wash dishes? First of all, how are you going to wash your private parts properly with all these long nails? You might cut something. And I'm not being funny. I'm being serious. But the point I'm trying to make is, if you still want to do your nails, why don't you don't have to open up a business per se. Come together with the sisters in the hood. Say, you know what, sis? This weekend, we're going to come to your house. We're going to get our nails done. Next weekend, come to my house. Let's do a little girls' night. Come to my house. We build. Let's do each other nails. We used to do those things. But we always feel if we don't spend money outside of ourselves to get things done, we never feel like, oh, it's worth having. And that's what they taught us, man. It's all mental. It's a mental disease. And our people have to learn to heal themselves from that mental disease, man. Not a disease, a disease. It's mental. We need some spiritual healing, brothers and sisters. We do. So now here I am saying, well, you know what? I love the fact that Brother Tyrone stood up for the sisters. But at the same time, my thing was, he shouldn't have broken the people's window. Because there's a better way of going, to do things. He could have just talked to the sisters. To me, that would be the most appropriate way. Talk to the sisters and say, listen, if they're disrespecting y'all, the best way to deal with that is to not support them. You see, when you hurt people's pockets, people don't realize that. The machine that you are feeding that's controlling you, if you don't feed it, it can't control you. Remember the story I told y'all before, I've said it in many videos, but I'm going to reiterate. Okay? A grandfather, an American Indian grandfather, and his grandson, they were going up into the mountains. Okay? And the grandfather was telling the son a story about two wolves. The grandfather said, after they walked for a while, they enjoyed the scenery. The grandfather said, grandson. Well, he said son. He didn't say grandson. He said son. There's two wolves in each and every one of us. You have a good wolf and you have a bad wolf. They are always at war with each other. They are always fighting each other. Okay? And the grandson looked at his granddad. He was a little bit puzzled. So he said, well, Grandpa, which one is going to win? The grandfather looked out into the wilderness. Then he looked at his grandson with concern, hoping that he got the message. He said, well, son, the one that's going to win is the one you feed the most. You know why we are losing, brothers and sisters? Because we are feeding that negative wolf. We're feeding the negative wolf that's eating us alive, but we keep feeding it. Okay, we're feeding the machine. All right, these people are vampires. They are parasites. They have businesses in all our neighborhoods, sucking your energy, sucking your blood. You thinking this is the real money. You thinking this is the energy. No, it is the blood, sweat, and tears that you go to work and break your back. That is the real currency. That is the real energy. This piece of paper is nothing. Nothing. Okay? But yet still, your blood, sweat, and tears is in this. And you go give it to them. And they're going to keep taking and feeding and giving. How many of them give back to the community? And y'all don't even think about that. Come on. Brothers and sisters, we got to do better than that. We are feeding the negative wolf in our communities. And the more you feed a bad wolf, at some point, it's going to keep getting hungry and hungrier and hungrier. And it's going to keep eating you. Aren't you tired of being bitten? Aren't you tired of being bullied? So now I'm posting the video. Damn, man, we need more warriors like that, like Brother Tyrone. But then a sister that's kind of shut me down. I mean, she didn't shut me down, but the comment she made on the video, okay, where she gave her own perspective, it had me kind of like drawing back, like, oh, the reality hit me so hard that I don't know how I didn't see that. Because with these things, I could see these things because the creator, the Great Spirit, make it so transparent for me to see. But because I got into my emotions, I didn't see the message in that. So I'm going to give you guys a different perspective with this whole Tyrone situation. Okay? Here's another perspective. And I'm going to tell you it. I'm going to read it verbatim. Okay? I'm going to read it verbatim on what the sister posts. All right? And that's a matriarch. That's why our women, they have a deeper insight. Okay? That's why we have to uplift our women. But we have society bringing them down. We got a few things we're going to talk about today. Oh man, 444s. I just saw that. Give thanks to the Great Spirit, giving thanks to my ancestors. It's all right, ancestors. I got y'all. Chief Kalanago is on the job. We're going to get this done. All right? I'm not going to disappoint y'all. All right? Let me read that to y'all. So I posted the video. The sister said, and that's Mama Lioness, right? So I have to give her dues for just literally that comment. Okay, it just opened up my mind, all right, from a different perspective. She said, this looked staged to me by the copycat ignorance of wannabes. Interesting that this was conveniently timed after the so-called South Africa, VRS in lowercase. I don't know what that means, but it says, foreigners / fellow Africans xenophobia and misdirected anger, and soon needing to be addressed against their true foreign enemies. Okay? Brothers and sisters, pay attention to what she said. All right? Pay attention to what she said. Because like I said, that to me, that just makes so much more sense when you really think about it. For those of you who know the video that I'm talking about, can y'all just put 1 or a thumbs up? Because I want you guys to relate to what I'm saying. So if you know what I'm saying, when I'm talking about the Tyrone situation in Chicago with the nail salon and the Chinese and the so-called black women being disrespected, do me a favor. Can you give me a thumbs up or some love on the video? Because I need to know that you are following exactly what I'm saying, because it's important that you get what the sister is saying. So I'll wait for a few responses on that, or just hit the love button. Let me know if you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. All right? And while you are doing that, I even took the opportunity to send Brother Tyrone an inbox, all right, to reach out to the brother. You know what I mean? No, I'm not regretting that I reached out to him, all right? But no, I'm seeing this from a different perspective. I'm seeing this from a different perspective, all right? So now it kind of got me thinking a little bit, all right? I'm going to read this again. She says, the sister wrote, all right, thank you for the thumbs up, so you know what I'm talking about. The sister said, this looks staged to me by the copycat ignorance of wannabes. Interesting that this was conveniently timed after the so-called capital S, capital A, lowercase VRS. So I guess South Africa something, right? Foreigners / fellow African xenophobia, misdirected anger and scorn needing to be addressed against their true foreign enemies. All right, let us proceed. She continued and she said, also, no one can convince me that an Asian who know himself and know the country and political wealth and power with a reputation of abuse against female and male so-called blacks, also with the treaties among trade would not be met with a SWAT team to aid this distress from a quote-unquote black man throwing bricks into this business establishment. Okay, she also said, and the newspaper nor fake news not have any coverage, rather truth or lie, whether truth or lie, to implement their cause and effect martial law rise, question mark. Not to mention send out 2 sisters that dealt with no struggle, no police protocol of dealing with a violence and no backup. I am open for factual correction, not personal justification explanations. Okay, brothers and sisters, think about what the sister just said. She said, hold up. There's a situation with South Africa, all right, dealing with xenophobia, and you know what that means, like a fear of another race coming into your land and taking over. They're dealing with that with the Asians or Chinese in Africa, right? That's number one. Number two, she's saying that you trying to tell me an Asian man with a business, he knows the power that they have, he know what country he's from, the political wealth that they have, the reputation that they have for the abuse of female and so-called male black people. Do you think they would do something like that? That's number one. But that really was kind of neither here or there for me. But what really struck me was when she said, you're trying to tell me that a so-called black man with bricks throwing rocks into a Chinese nail salon, and they only send 2 so-called female black officers with no backup? Okay, no backup. As soon as they can, he put his hand and then they handcuffed him. No resistance whatsoever. But that's not the point. The point is, I have seen more police officers for a regular ticket stop. Just yesterday, me and my brother was traveling. He made a left turn he wasn't supposed to because we didn't see the left turn sign. And a police car pulled us up. There was one police officer in the car and another one pulled up right after. So you trying to tell me a so-called big black man? I see Tyrone. Tyrone is not a little dude. Plus, he's known for being an activist in the neighborhood. You trying to tell me that a big so-called black man, an activist with bricks, going into a building, and they only send 2 little so-called black women? Where was the backup at? Where the other 20 police cars that they normally come get the so-called black man? Because the black man is a thug and a criminal. A menace to society. So could this have all been staged? Brothers and sisters, like, what do we believe today? No, I can't say it was, I can't say it wasn't. But I'm looking at the facts, and now what the sister is saying. That's making perfect sense. I have never seen just 2 little sisters come in uniform to arrest any so-called black man. Not even a black child, so to speak. A so-called black child. But a big so-called black man with bricks, and only 2 sisters came. Guns wasn't drawn out. They just literally walked up. He walked up to them and put his hands, and that was that. Nah, man. Something ain't sitting right with that. Something is not sitting right with that, man. So thank you, Mama Lioness, for putting that out. Something is not coherent. It's not. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just bugging. But y'all think about it for yourselves. They are playing on people's emotions. This is a whole lot bigger than what they want you to think it is. Okay? It's a whole lot bigger than what, let me tell you, things aren't always what they are, brothers and sisters. Okay? Another thing I want to talk about is a brother posted a video about Kiki Shepard. I think that's her name. You know, the young sister that was in Aquila and the Bee, something like that. She's in a movie, all right? And she's a stripper stripping for rich white men, right? Do you think in this day and age, that is the message we should be sending to our young women who are looking at those people as idols? Huh? Do you think that's the message we should be sending to our children? Well, you know what we know, and the movie is called Hustler. You know that time is hard. So you have to be a hustler to get it out here. So if you got to go sell it, sell it. If you got to go strip for the so-called Caucasian man that got money, go ahead and do that. All right? Now, some people may say, well, Chief, that's being hypocritical because you used to be a dancer. So what? I danced for sisters. I did that. Yes. You feel me? But this is a whole complete different scenario. Not because she's a woman, but the fact that you are teaching our young girls that, you know what? Don't be a lawyer. Don't be a doctor. Don't be nothing else, but be a hustler. All right? But at the same time, go entertain your oppressor. Go shake it for your oppressor. Nah, man. You know, we support this kind of movies. We support these things. We got to do better, man. We got to do better as a people. All right? We got to do better. And those are the people we have our children looking up to. So what do you think our young girls are going to do? What do you think how you think they're going to react to that? Because the majority, a lot of people aren't being parents because the new parent today is TV and the cell phones, social media. That's the new form of parenting. Man, brothers and sisters, like I said, I don't have all the answers. Okay? I don't have all the answers. Okay? Honestly, I really don't. I have some solutions, but I don't have all the answers. But I'll tell you one thing. I know if we cannot unite as a people, we might as well give up this fight. We might as well give it up. In fact, there's not even a fight because a lot of us ain't even fighting. A lot of people are just talking. Okay? But if we cannot come together and learn how to be self-sustained, learn to take care of each other, be your brother's keeper, be your sister's keeper, take our children out of these people's schools, teach our children self-defense, teach them how to protect themselves, tell them the truth about what's going on, expose them to the truth, stop protecting them from all this and exposing them to all the illusions. All the ethnic groups, they tell their children the truth, man. They let them know, hey, listen, man, you know, this is not our home. We came here for a purpose. And you have to carry on that tradition. I'm just saying. So maybe I'm bugging. Y'all tell me if I'm bugging. Y'all tell me if I'm taking this too seriously. You know, just let me know. You know, because I'll stop doing these videos because, you know, it's like, and I'm not giving up. I'm just saying it's like at some point, at what point are we going to say enough is enough? At what point are we going to say, let us stop fighting each other? And even if, you know, a lot of people are not going to get that message. But my question to those of you who keep saying, let's stop fighting each other, who's saying the same thing I'm saying. What's preventing us from coming together? Are we still just talking like everybody else? Because it sounds good? Because we want to feel like we know something different than other people? What is your purpose? What is your purpose? That's what I want to know. Are we just going to be living life without a purpose, without a reason, just to survive, get up, go to work, pay bills, come home, get tickets, go home, go to jail? I mean, what's our purpose, family? What is our purpose? At what point are we going to say enough is enough? We want to live the American dream as well. Because we deserve it. It's our home. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's not too often, you get me lost for words. I'm not lost for words. Sometimes I just have to sit back and relax and just ask the ancestors to, take the burden away from me. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it can get a little bit heavy. And like I tell people, I always give this analogy of my son. When he was a little boy, a lot of things he tried to do for himself, all right? And I would allow him to do it for himself. Go ahead, son, you could do it. And when it got a little bit overbearing, he couldn't do it, too strenuous, I would try to do it for him. And he would say, no, daddy, I could do it. And I know he couldn't do it because he wasn't strong enough physically. Mentally, yes, because he was determined that he could do it. And when he got exhausted, I know it was kind of like beating him on the inside. Nah, I don't want to ask daddy because I told him I could do it. But he would swallow his pride and say, hey, dad, help me, I need help. And you know what? I never told him, hey, I told you you couldn't do it now. He reached out to me. That was my son. And I helped him. Brothers and sisters, I'm going to tell you, we are at a point in our existence where we cannot do this alone. Okay? We have tried. We have been trying. Yes, mentally, some of us, we have the mental fortitude, but physically, we can't. So what do we have to do? You have to do exactly what my son did. We have to go to our parents. Okay? My son came to me. I'm telling you today, we have to go on our knees and call out to our ancestors. All right? Because if I showed up for my son, our ancestors will show up for us. That's just the natural order of things. Okay? That's just the natural order of things. These people, they know that you have to reach out to an energy. They know you have to reach out for something. So you know what they did? They gave you their God to reach out to because they know that your prayers would be falling on deaf ears because their God is not your God. Okay? But we have to go down on our knees and ask our ancestors for forgiveness and ask them to come rescue us, man. Because it's the only way it's going to happen. It has to be a spiritual intervention. Because the physical man ain't doing it. The physical woman ain't doing it. All right? And for those of us who really want to do something, all right, it's like you in the ocean, all right, on a big ship, right? And there's a storm and the ship just flipped over. Now you know how to swim. And you're here trying to help people who can't swim. If they don't allow you to save them, they will drown you. You will be drowned. Okay? I'm saying all that to say, those of us who are willing to do what we got to do, we cannot save those who don't want to do anything. You feel me? So we got to start every single week, every single month. These people are doing rituals. Okay? They are doing rituals to keep us down. Let me ask you a question. Where's your ritual at? Okay? Every Sunday and Saturday, they got a bunch of them in churches, giving up money, praying to a God who don't answer their prayers. You feel me? I'm just saying. So, maybe sometimes I say too much. I don't know. But I guess it's already out there in the ethers, right? So I'm going to just leave it as that. And I'm not frustrated. I'm not angry. I'm just passionate. That's it. Okay? I just know our potential. I know where we came from. I know where we are at. And I just know I know where we need to go. I know. Because I see other people exactly where we need to be at. All right? At a point where we are not going to jail. All right? At a point where we are able to be free in our land. Everybody else is doing it. So why is it only us that's going through what we are going through in our land? Even when they try to make us think we Africans, even Africans, the real Africans coming here and having a better life than us in our own land. So obviously we ain't Africans. It is because we are distinct. We are a distinct people because we are the original people of the land. So they have to keep us down. But I digress. I'm about to just chill, get something to eat. Just wanted to come bring a few things to you. I spoke about the stuff in the Bahamas. All right, our brothers and sisters need our help. So I'm gonna try to see if our nation. I spoke to one of my elders, and he wants us to see if we could do something, get some donations together. I looked up the number for the embassy for the Bahamas. I'm gonna give them a call tomorrow. Well, tomorrow is Saturday, so they might be closed on Monday, and see if there's a reputable and trustworthy organization with transparency that we could send some funds to. And I'm gonna do that on behalf of our nation. Well, on behalf of our Bahamian brothers and sisters from our nation. So I'm gonna do that. But I just wanted you guys to see the pattern. All right, see the pattern in these hurricanes. Same month and same day, but different year. Now, tell me, is that a coincidence? And people are not seeing these things. Why is that? Because you know what? You're too distracted. You're too distracted. None of us should have TVs and cables in our home. None of our children should be in any of those schools. Our children should be home learning trade. All right? Do you know where the term tradition, where trade came from? The trade and tradition are synonymous. When they took our tradition, they took our trade. All right? They took our tradition, they took our trade. Our children should be home learning how to make clothes, learning how to build homes, and learning how to feed themselves, learning how to defend themselves. That's it. That's all our children should be learning right now. Not going to school learning ABCs. That's not going to save them. And of course, learn law. Those 5 things. That's all they need to be learning right now. All right? You are getting degrees from artificial universities to get burned. All right? The only university you should be going to is the one that the Most High gave us. The only degrees that you should be getting is the one from the sun. But you're here learning from artificial universities and you have artificial degrees. And you think, oh I got a bachelor, I got a master's, oh, I'm a scholar. Man, listen, that don't impress me, man. What is it doing for our people? Now, I'm not knocking anybody. That's not what this is about. But I'm just saying we have to put our priorities in place. Okay, let us start weighing the options right now. What are we going to do to survive? What are we going to do to make it for the next 5 years? Because you see, they got a 50-year plan. And when I say they, I don't want anybody to misconstrue that with black and white. That's not what I'm talking about. Because the oppressor comes in every shade and color. Okay? But they are pushing it as a so-called black and white thing. Because that's what they want people to think. Because, the truth of the matter is, 2 of the most uneducated, or I would say uneducated, misinformed rather, set of ethnic groups is the so-called black and the so-called white. Okay? 2 of the most misinformed when it comes to identity, okay, and history are these two ethnic groups. All right? They have an advantage because one, they have a political advantage. And two, they also have a historical advantage. Because they know that this is not their home, so they have to work extra hard to protect what they have. On the flip side, our people, this is our home, so we feel we ain't got nothing to work for, because we think we're from somewhere else. They don't know this is their home. They think they're from somewhere else. Well, my thing is, if you think you're from somewhere else, then why don't you do what everybody else do? But even when we try to make things happen for ourselves, they destroy it. They take it away from us. So this been going on for so long. What is the solution? How do we get around this? At some point, if you keep getting bullied, something got to be done. Something got to be done. All right? So I guess our people are not at the point where they are sick and tired of being sick and tired. So you know what? The Most High is going to force our hands. So that's why I said 2020, I've said that in many videos, and I'm not here to promote fear. That's not what I'm doing. Okay? I don't do the fear mongering. I don't do that. But in 2020, within the next 2-3 years, our people are going to face some things that you're only going to see in movies. Because our people are a stiff-necked people. And the Most High, Mother God, is going to force our hands to wake up. She's going to say, you know what? Y'all don't want to wake up? Y'all don't want to save y'all Mother Earth? Y'all don't want to save your children? I'm going to make sure that these people that's in place abusing you, they're going to abuse you some more so you could finally get it. Because you only do things when your back is against the wall. So I guess, with that being said, our backs are not against the wall enough. Because we are still putting up with the BS. That's why I say it's not just a physical thing. It's a spiritual thing. All right? Even some of our own, if they are not for us, they're against us. So if we got to start doing what we got to do in-house, let's do what we got to do. But the point is, those of us who know we got to do something, man, listen, enough is enough, man. Enough is enough. Okay? If the fiat currency is the problem, let's find a way around it. How did our ancestors do it without the so-called fake money? How did they do it? They did it. And they were prosperous. They were successful. So why aren't we getting creative? I don't know. I'm asking these questions because hopefully y'all have some of the answers. Because like I said, I don't have all the answers. I really don't. But I'm willing to explore. All right? So I thank you guys for tuning in. Oh, yeah, I spoke about the hurricane. And yeah, we got to support our brothers and sisters, man. And our Haitian brothers and sisters. We going through it. All right? They're going through it. So that's number one. I spoke about the Tyrone situation. Yes, we have to step up as men to protect our women. But then our women should not put themselves in situations that they could avoid. Hence, if you know these Asians are disrespecting you when you go into their business, why do you go there in the first place? And I get it. When we open up businesses, they let us pay high rents. Okay, fine. Let the sisters come to your home. The same way y'all get together and smoke weed and puff puff, get together and do some nails pass. All right? Same thing. It's the same approach. So now that deals with one situation. Oh, well, you know what? They don't want us to open up our own restaurants. Well, guess what? I cook this weekend. Next weekend, you cook this weekend. Next weekend, let's go to somebody else's house. And that's how we start getting creative. So we could alleviate the problem of having to go support these people's businesses because we need things from them. Let us do it ourselves. It's when you start hurting their pockets, that's when they really start giving you some respect. I'm just saying. All right. And another thing, this, like I said, Mama Lioness point out is that just didn't make sense. That whole situation. A big so-called black man with bricks, and only 2 little sisters came to arrest him. No backup, no protocol. That nah. That wasn't natural. That was staged. That's just my opinion on that. I'm agreeing with what the sister is saying. To me, it is staged until further investigation. Okay? And then the next thing with Kiki Shepard. All right? They put her in a position, gave her talk shows, made her famous. So now she's a young sister. So now she could reach to the young sisters. Well, you know what? Don't be nothing else. Just be a hustler. Go straight for your oppressors, because they got the money. Y'all have to realize the messages that's being planted in our young women's head. Okay? Our women, they are our portals. And if they destroy our portals, that means what? You're not going to have gods that's going to manifest right here. But y'all don't get it though. Well, I wouldn't say y'all don't get it, because I'm certainly sure a lot of you do. But the majority of the people don't. Because I don't want to undermine anybody's intelligence. All right, so that's not intended. So please forgive me for that. My apologies. But at the same time, everything is symbolic. The messages that's being sent. All right, we have to take a stand. Stop supporting these people. Okay, stop supporting these people, man. I don't care if they look like us or not. If they're not being proactive and productive and being positive and showing a positive light and pushing, promoting, okay, positivity to our young women and men, we should stop supporting these things. I don't know why she didn't get a lot of letters on all the talk shows that she won and let people know we don't condone that. Once again, things happen because we allow it, right? All right then. So anyway, you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. I know today's Friday. I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything tomorrow or Sunday, but if anything come to me, I'll drop it, for you guys. But this thing, it takes a lot of energy. You know what I mean? It takes a lot of energy out of me. So I just need to chill right now. Okay? So you guys have a great continuation. I'm not going to say weekend, because, we are not weak, and the week is not ending. It's just a continuation of life. So I'm going to say, have a great continuation. And we will talk soon. I appreciate, love you guys.